Hey team, Chaplain Brantley again, and I want to bring a word of encouragement to you today as I did last week. Again, this is something that I'm going to be doing every week, so be prepared to see me, and also be prepared to share this with friends and family that also may need an encouraging word as well. Last week when I came to you, I discussed the tree in my backyard and how part of it is blossom and the other part of it is just bare branches, and how we ought to focus on those things that have bloomed in our life versus what seems to be sitting dormant. But today I want to briefly discuss something that's a bit out of the ordinary, if you will. I think about random things sometime and have random conversations with my wife. It's the preacher in me because you can pull a message almost out of anything. So today I want to talk about something that's a bit weird, but there's a message in my weirdness. So do you ever think about the navel? You know, that part of your body that just gets no attention? Yeah, I don't either. But I was curious as to why it was there. I mean, thinking back during my interest, which is still there, of embalming. I know this seems a bit morbid, but go with me. The belly button is used as an entryway to move organs around, so I was told at the time of embalming, but that's not where I'm going. I did some research on Google and inquired about what is the purpose of the navel, or we also know it to be the belly button. And simply, as you're older, there is no purpose. The reason that the belly button exists is because it was connected to the umbilical cord while in the womb. So everything that your mother put into her body, the nutrients traveled through that cord into the bloodstream of the baby to give that baby the strength and everything that it needed to survive while in the womb. And then once that baby was conceived, or born rather, the umbilical cord is cut, and it's cut so many inches or meters or whatever the correct terminology is to develop as a child gets older into a belly button. But there's enough nutrients in the child for it to sustain itself until the mother is able to feed it the additional nutrients. What is the point of me talking about the navel in the womb and the umbilical cord at a time like this? Well, before we were cut off from the world, you see where I'm going? I knew you would. Before we were cut off from the world, we were being nurtured by being at work and being in the presence of other people and being able to go shopping at our leisure and going out to eat at these different places and going to bookstores and going to friends' houses, and the list goes on. We were doing so many things that, some things we didn't have any business doing, we were doing, you understand? But now we've been released from that womb and we have been cut off from the umbilical cord of life. And my question to us today is, what are we doing for nutrients? What are we reading? What are we doing? Now, I know the kids are home from school. For those of you that have kids, and they have schoolwork to fill their mind with and other educational things that you are giving to them to make sure that they stay focused, as we say, on the straight and narrow. But for you, the adult, what are you doing? What are you doing in your dorm room? What are you doing at home for you that are not in the dorm, such as myself? What are you doing? What are you reading? What are you looking at on the internet? Are you looking at something that's going to give you strength, that's going to build your mind, that's going to build and feed your spirit? I want you to look at that this week. What are you getting your nutrients from? Since what we know as normal is no longer in existence right now. What are you doing to fill your mind? What are you doing to give your body the nutrients? What are you doing to build your spirit man in this hour? My friends, we have been released from the womb of this world, and now we're having to survive on our own. But what are you feeding your mind to make it through this storm? That's my word for today. We've been cut off from the womb of the world temporarily. But what are you doing in the meantime to feed your mind? If you're not doing something productive, I would encourage you to find something productive to keep yourself healthy and strong. Because it's easy to get distracted, and it's easy to end up doing things that we don't have any business doing. So find productivity and stick with it and be the strongest person that you can be. Thank you for your time, and I hope that this won't last too much longer so that we can get together and enjoy each other again. God bless you. Until next week.